Hey everyone, Trina here. Welcome to another mixed media art tutorial. Today we're going to be getting loose and making some abstract pieces. Here I've gone in with some marker and some pencils, and I'm just kind of making some big fat marks on the paper. So now I've got some Scotch 3M dry erase tape. I made these little strips, so I'm just going to kind of place them randomly. These are going to act as a mask for the next layer. I like this tape because it is, oh, I can't think today, because it's easy to get off the paper. It doesn't adhere crazily, so you can just peel it right up. I'm gonna add some of this quinacridone magenta from Golden and my color shaper out. I'm just gonna make some marks here. I need a little water. I am working on a sheet of watercolor paper. I like doing that with my mixed media sometimes because it's easier. It is more durable than any mixed media paper that I have, but if you want a smooth surface, you might pick a different paper. I'm going to go in with the quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold. Put some of that down. Just sort of spread it out. Remember to dry between layers. I'm going to make sure that we're doing that. Don't forget your edges. I'm going to go back in with my palette knife and scratch back in. Okay, let's pull up these pieces and see what we get. These are fun. Preserves some of the white space and some of those marks. I probably could have used more tape, actually, now that I'm looking at it. But we're going to add some white in and see what happens when we do that. Okay, I'm going to take some gesso. And I like using gesso sometimes more than I like using my paint because it's a little bit more transparent. Again, we're just going to make this pretty crazy. We're not thinking, we're just doing. And this is how you get to the point where you can be super loose in your work and not worry about perfection. Because perfection is the death of creation. I know it looks like a hot mess right now, but we're gonna fix that, maybe. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in with the palette knife. We've added all of our white, and I wanna bring back some of this. Because for me, scraping away is almost important as putting things down. You can see we're getting some of these layers back. I really like what's going on there. I'm going to scrape it all away, but you can see how already it's starting to feel a bit more cohesive. I've got some good marks. I'm also going to use the side and bring back some energy and some marks. Ooh, that's nice up there. Okay, I like what's going on here. I think we got a good start. I wonder what happens if we put on some collage. So I'm gonna dry this and we'll do that next. So here I have some collage papers that I use my Neocolor 1 Caran d'Aches with on tissue paper. I use the Neocolor ones because they are not water soluble and I don't want these to come off when I gesso. So I just did some scribbling and made some marks on these tissue papers. This one I used my favorite stencil and kind of did a rubbing from it. And then some red, which is kind of fun. I think we'll use that, and some orange. So here I'm just adding in these collage pieces with matte medium on both sides. Okay, so you can see how it just sort of melts into the paper, like you can barely tell. And you can see the layers below. That's why I love using tissue paper. Let's put this last piece on. And then I wonder what happens if we feel like I want to do some more mark making. But it's at this stage where I start to kind of pick things out and I'm kind of trying to see what works and what doesn't. So it might be time to cut these up and then start doing some more smaller collages. So I thought before we did that, I would go through and see what happens when we add in these Neocolor ones from Caran d'Ache. So I'm just gonna make, it needs some blue, I think, because it's feeling very warm. I feel like it needs just a little pops of color. I like that. Maybe not, I think I'm not gonna add in this just yet, but I do have this white, so this is what we call the ugly stage, because this is really not pretty, but we're gonna cut these up. And actually I think what I want to do too is I want to go back in with this paint marker. Now it looks kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna cut these up and we'll start working on individual ones. Here I am dividing the paper up into 4 pieces and cutting them and trimming them down so we can add some more pieces. Okay, so now we've got all the pieces individually. Now I think I want to work on them separately. So let's take a look at what they look like. I'm gonna get a sheet of white paper so that all this mess isn't here. Okay. So looking at these, I think I want them to be vertical, which is odd, I know. I usually work horizontal. But I think we've got some pretty cool vertical marks, and I love all of these layers through here. I definitely think it needs more white throughout there. But I like what's going on. Oh, I kind of like that one that way though. But I think we're gonna work on them horizontally. We'll spin them around. I'm really liking the bold black marks. So let's see what we can do with these. So I'm gonna try this golden sap green. It is a transparent color, so we're gonna see what happens when we add some of this with our color shaper. So it needs, oh, that's nice already. I like it already. I put down one little streak and I like it. Okay, I like how just a few pieces of solid color, but yet transparent. Let's add some more of that. Oh, I need to clean up my table. My desk is a mess right now. And that's kind of nice how you take it away a little bit. And I have this sort of weird rule about when I add things, I usually add them in threes around the piece so that your eye will travel with the color. I usually don't do like fours. And this is just more intuition what I'm doing right now. I don't know. I kind of just have to feel like what's gonna happen. And this is the fun part. Well, actually the last part was kind of fun too. I love scribbling on paper. I think I want some down here. One thing that I'm always very cautious about is putting things in the middle of the paper. I know there has to be something going in there, but I'm usually trying to not get your focus in the middle of the page. Let's do one. I think I just want to, let's try what it looks like over, see what it looks like over this black. This color shaper is so fun. I absolutely love it. Ooh, that's fun. I like these painterly marks. Ooh, let's do more of that. And never limit yourself. As you can see, I wasn't planning on doing that, but I kind of like those painterly marks through there. Maybe not everywhere, but my goal is not to make these all look the same, but to make them look similar. Okay. Let's see where we're at. I think I'm liking it, but I might want to add some ochre. Now, am I going to add that with crayons or with maybe paint? Let me think on it. Before we add in the crayons, I think I'm going to add in some white into these to just sort of, again, give it more breathing room. Because like this one is nice, but it's got a lot of, this white could be more impactful if it were a bit more solid. And this is the golden titanium white that I'm going in with. Okay, kind of like this. Make sort of a, I feel like it needs some up here. Okay. That really brightened it up a little bit. That's what I wanted. It's looking a little too busy. And it's okay to be a little fussy at this stage. Not too fussy. You don't want to think about it too much. You just kind of want to, you know, be quick about it. Be quick with making decisions. And don't get too fussy. Don't get out your small brush and start painting tiny little marks, because that's not going to work for you. It's going to make it, it's going to undo all the good work that you just did. Like, ooh, that's very fabulous. I love that line right there. I'm okay if it mixes a little bit with that green. That doesn't bother me at all. I like that. And let's do the last one here. Oh God, I really need to play my space. Okay. I think I need some here. I don't like what's going on there. This one's tough. Sometimes you get to that phase where you don't want to take away any marks. And that's when you kind of know that you're getting close to being done. Okay, I feel like it needs... Okay, I'm gonna dry these and then we'll finish up. Okay, let's start working on these individually. I think I want to put some more of the blue and the orange and maybe a little pink and maybe a little ochre. So I want to kind of bring out, well, I'm going to add some red in there too. So let's just start making some marks. So here I am just putting down some of these Caran d'Ache Neocolor ones, just adding in some more colors and trying to make them more cohesive and just trying to bring them all together. This took me a while. Oh, I made a lollipop there, so don't look at that. I hate that part. That gets covered up later. But yeah, I'm liking how these are going and just having fun. Okay, here are the finished pieces. Let's take a look at them and see what we've got. This one I really like. Oh, I think I like it this way. I like the orange. I like this part right here with the tissue paper. I love the energy going through here. That's a good one. This one, I really like. I don't know. This one's tough. I think it looks good multiple ways. And that's good. I think this is my favorite way. I like the circles, the red. Again, I like these marks. I'm gonna have to make more of that paper. I like the Neocolor showing through. There needs to be a little bit more magenta in that. I might add some more magenta later. But overall, I kind of like it. This one, I like this way. It feels like a landscape and there's something going on here. I like these marks through here. I love this little section right here with the stencil. Although it's really subtle, I like it. I like the pops of red, the pops of pink. Overall, I think that's pretty successful. And finally, this one. This one was probably my least favorite one. I mean, I don't hate it, but I feel like there's too much going on in the middle. Like, it needs to be moved all that way, or maybe, you know what, maybe it just needs, what if we just added, what happens if we do, like a mark there. So it kind of brings you back this way. Yeah, I think that works. I think it works better. Yeah. Let's take a look at these with the matte and see how they look. I am going to be putting these for sale in my Printful shop if you would like to order a print of them. So look for that link in the description. Oh, that one's really nice. I think these would be really nice as a set of 4. So I'll have a single listings and individual listings as well. Yeah. So don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the video to the left, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.